Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Ketholina with the evening news. The headlines. Nagaland Health and Family Welfare Department says present COVID-19 trend in the state indicates shift of cases towards community transmission. Country's COVID-19 recovery rate crosses 88%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation and preparedness of vaccine delivery. And BRAHMOS supersonic cruise missile successfully test fired from INS Chennai. Nagaland Health and Family Welfare Department cautioned that the present increase of COVID-19 trend in the state indicates shift of cases towards community transmission. The department in its weekly COVID-19 bulletin issued yesterday said trace contacts among confirmed COVID-19 cases in the state increased from 7% in July to 56% in mid-October, which indicates shift of cases towards the community. It said the highest positive cases among trace contacts are in the age group of 21 to 40-year-old. Nagaland also recorded second highest sample positive rate this week at 16%, it added. The department said the positivity rate among office goers continued to increase, which is at 27%, while 26% among household contacts and 16% among students. The department said there is increasing risk of spreading COVID-19 in the community as uncontrolled spread of COVID-19 continues in closed settings like restaurants, bakery, and religious communities. The department said SOP for prevention of infection in workplaces and schools should be implemented urgently, and the 3 Ws, wash hands, wear masks, and watch distance, should be followed vigorously. It was further informed that a total of 22,859 quarantine violations have been received through digital monitoring. Another 118 positive cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the state today, along with 65 COVID-19 recoveries. The new cases were detected from 69 trace contacts, which include 47 from Dimapur, 12 in Kohima, 7 in Mon, and 3 in Paran, while 41 cases were amongst the armed forces from Dimapur, 2 returnees each from Dimapur and Mon, and 3 frontline workers from Dimapur and 1 from Kohima. The total positive cases in the state is 7,816, having 1,582 active cases, and 6,141 persons have recovered from the infection. In a remarkable development, the country's COVID-19 recovery rate has crossed 88%, the Health Ministry said today. Government said the total number of recoveries has reached over 65,97,000. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 7,83,000 and the case fatality rate is at 1.52%, which is one of the lowest globally. The constantly increasing recoveries ensured that the actual caseload of the country is considerably reduced and currently comprises only 10.45% of the total positive cases. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reviewed the situation of COVID-19 pandemic and the preparedness of vaccine delivery, distribution and administration in the country. The Prime Minister noted the steady decline in the daily COVID cases. Modi, however, cautioned against complacency due to decline in daily active cases and urged for keeping up the efforts to contain the pandemic. Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan today said that there is no shortage of medical oxygen in the country. The minister was answering questions posed by his social media interactors on the 6th episode of Sunday Samvad. He said the current oxygen production capacity of India is around 6,400 tons per day. Dr. Harsh Vardhan said the government is ready to scale up the production capacity in order to meet any further increase in demand arising due to the COVID pandemic. The minister said the empowered group constituted by the Home Ministry is monitoring the requirement of medical oxygen across the country. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. BRAHMOS, the supersonic cruise missile, was successfully test-fired today from Indian Navy's indigenously built stealth destroyer INS Chennai, hitting a target in the Arabian Sea. The missile hit the target successfully with pinpoint accuracy after performing high-level and extremely complex maneuvers. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh congratulated DRDO, BRAHMOS and Indian Navy for the successful launch. Secretary, Department of Defence, Research Research and Development, and DRDO Chairman Dr. G. Satish Reddy congratulated the scientists and all personnel of DRDO, BRAHMOS, Indian Navy, and industry for the successful feat. DRDO Chairman Dr. Reddy said, BRAHMOS missiles will add to the capabilities of Indian Armed Forces in many ways. BRAHMOS is, as a prime strike weapon, will ensure the warship's invincibility by engaging naval surface targets at long ranges, thus making the destroyer another lethal weapon platform of Indian Navy. The highly versatile BRAHMOS has been jointly designed, developed and produced by India and Russia. Tomorrow is the last date for the withdrawal of candidature for by-election to the 14th Southern Angami 1 and 60 Pungro Kifiri Assembly constituencies. 9 candidates that filed their nominations for these 2 seats were found valid after the final scrutiny being held yesterday. Among the 6 candidates who filed their nominations for 60 Pungro Kifiri seat, 1 independent candidate, Litrium Dupongle, had withdrawn his candidature yesterday. 3 candidates are in fray for 14th Southern Angami 1 Assembly constituency. Meanwhile, BJP, NPF and Congress have submitted their list of star campaigners to the Chief Electoral Officer Nagaland for the forthcoming by-election to the 2 seats. State BJP President Temjan Imna Along, Deputy Chief Minister Waipaton and National BJP spokesperson Honlumo Kikon are among star campaigners for BJP, while NPF to have party president Dr. Sorhozeli Lijietsu and leader of opposition Tiar Zileng among others, and NPCC President Kiethere to lead state congress. Laboratory installation cum handing over of ambulance to Community Health Center Tening was held yesterday. Funded under the Local Area Development, Advisor of Water Resources Namrin Chang inaugurated the biochemistry machine and handed the ambulance to the CHC. Highlighting on various developments in the state under the leadership of Chief Minister Nipurio, Advisor Chang called upon the people to unite for further development. Startups and industries will soon have access to equipments and science and technology infrastructure in different institutions, universities and colleges spread all over the country to carry out experiments and tests they require for their research and development. The Science and Technology Ministry said restructuring will help them carry out experiments and tests required for their research and development, technology and product development. Former Director of Higher Education and former Principal of Kohima Science College, Jotsama, Dr. I. Anungla Iyer, has been conferred with the prestigious Dr. Panchanan Mitra Award 2019. The award was given by the Asiatic Society Kolkata, an autonomous body under the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Known for her contribution towards the anthropology of Northeast India, Dr. Iyer was awarded in recognition of her whole research in cultural studies and prolific writings on issues of gender, development, and cultural heritage. The principal, faculties, and students of Kohima Science College, Jotsama, have congratulated Dr. I. Anungla Iyer for receiving the prestigious award. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, wash hands frequently, and follow social distancing. To end the news, the headlines here again. Nagaland Health and Family Welfare Department says present COVID-19 trend in the state indicates shift of cases towards community transmission. Country's COVID-19 recovery rate crosses 88%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation and preparedness of vaccine delivery, and BRAHMOS supersonic cruise missile successfully test fired from INS Chennai. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.